Welcome back, everybody. We are trying a lot of different places throughout PA this year. And today we're going to check out a state park down between York and Harrisburg called Gifford Pinchot State Park. So here's part of the Lakeside Trail. This is right outside the entrance to the campground. Right there is the main entrance. And if you look across here, there's also the Ridge Trail. And I wanted to show you something. So there is hunting land around this lake and it's designated. So as you see on here, only shotgun, muzzleloader, and archery deer hunting permitted, and nothing before November 1st. So if you're coming for fall camping, there is a chance you may run into hunters. So keep that in mind when you're walking the trails. As the sign says, every campsite here is reservable. There is a way you can figure it out here at the camp office right in front of us, or there's an easier way, and I'll show you how to do that just in case somebody is not in the camp office when you arrive. This is the camp office right over here. This has a map of the entire park and has takeable maps that you can have. There may be somebody in the office. Usually it's between the hours of like 9 to 5. If somebody's not here, you can verify what is available for camping and then make your way into your site. This is also a very busy campground, I've noticed. I don't know, it's large, so there's a lot of people coming in and out, but it also seems to be busy with locals coming in and spending the day. There are activities here at the campground. They are processed by the chaplain, but there's also activities at other portions of the lake. Right in front of us, this says activities at the Conawago portion of the lake and what days they are and what times they are. As you're coming down the main road towards the campgrounds, this is where your dump station is going to be. On the right hand side as you're coming in, on the left hand side as you're coming out. Looks like there's 4 total dump stations. There's garbage cans for garbage created by the dump station, putting on and off gloves, things of that nature. Out by the main office is where you're gonna dump your trash. That's where they have the dumpsters for you to take your trash. They will not pick it up for you. So we are at the split for the campground. If you make a left, you go to A Loop, which is campsites 1 through 148. That's where we are staying. That takes you down to the day beach also. And the group camping, that's going to be down this way also. If you go straight, you're going to find your yurts and your cottages. You're also going to find your full hookup sites. You're going to find your beach where you can put in your kayaks and your canoes. There's also a park that way too. So I'll show you our campsite. It's pretty nice. It looks thin up here. It was fun trying to back into. It does fit up to I think 34, 35 foot camper. Ours is 33. So as you can see, the road's a little bit thin, so you kind of end up on your neighbor's property. You can see my tire marks to get in, but this is what it is. It is a nice big site. The only problem is we can't move the picnic table. They have rebar bent in a U shape to hold it in place, so the picnic table stays there. So as we're trying to set up and kind of restructure the site to fit our needs, we can't move this, which it is what it is. We're staying with Grammy and Papa, so I'll show you their site. This does have a nice big flat area in the back for tents, so it could be multi-purpose. If you wanted to use this nice big site for tent camping, you have that opportunity. And then there is the fire pit that they have. I've seen this one in every single campsite so far. They also have your bear hook, so you can hang your stuff if you need to. But it's nice. We have water right behind us. You can't really see it. I mean, we're kind of butted up against the lake, but it's very marshy back there. I don't know if I can zoom in and show you. Yeah, see, it's kind of marshy back there. I might take a walk back and show you what it really looks like. But it's nice. And I'll walk over and show you what Grammy and Papa's look like. So we'll walk over to the in-law site. It's a very busy campground. We are right outside of York, in between like York and Harrisburg, off of I-83. So this is their campsite. They had Similar issue to us with how thin the back end is, and then it opens up down. Now I like theirs a lot because they have this little section right here, which you kind of can utilize, and then make your way down into the campsite. They have a nice big open area here, and they were able to move their picnic table. And then same thing, they have the tent thing in the back and the bear hook. And we're putting our coffee pods in here. We're gonna burn them. Hopefully keep the mosquitoes away. But this is their site. This is a very nice site. I'll give you the site numbers then, and we'll walk around, look at some more stuff, and check out this really cool state park by Harrisburg, PA. So our sites are 136 and 135. As you can see, they have a designation. They're electric only. We were able to pick up water on the way in. The majority of everything over here is electric only. We didn't find anything on this side of the camp loops that was more than just electric. Like I said, 135 for us. We were able to get water as soon as you come in. There's a water that you can get, so you can fill up your tanks before you make your way in. There's also water down here as we're walking towards the beach. There's lots of tent sites in this loop. We're gonna walk over the other loop then and give you a little bit of a look over there. And this is nice. It's nice and quiet, and we're gonna walk down the beach. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. The chaplain came around yesterday and told everybody that he is doing games this morning. So there are games Saturday morning. They're ran by the chaplain. Can't guarantee that it's going to be at every state park or even this one when you're here. But if he comes through and talks to you, very nice man. Here's another site here. You can see they kind of get a little bit smaller and thinner as you move around. And then that's the lake in the back there. Like I said, lots of tent sites. There's communal camping over a little bit further over. I'll show you that. There's a water spigot there to get your water. And we'll come up here. I'll show you the beach. We'll show you some of the lake. And we'll keep walking around. So we're at the back portion of the loop, kind of by the beach. If you're looking at the map, there's a bathhouse back here. And I wanted to show you a handicap accessible site that they have now. It's no stone, all macadam, and it is still electric only. This one is number 20, number 20, but well, that's weird. It says 20 here. Oh, it might be a 50 amp. That's why it says 50 on there. I don't know. That's weird. But they are designated with these blue stripes on the parking blocks. They also have the larger picnic tables that have the handicap accessible end, so you can put a wheelchair underneath, and they have taller fire rings. So if you're walking around and looking, this will be designated as a handicap spot. And there are, I think, 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4 in the entire camping section on this side. There are 2 that are designated, but we think they're the old ones because they still have stone. They're not, or they're changing them over because they still have stone and they don't have the blue lines on them. I really like those over there. They're really cool. We had one of these when we had a pop-up, and we pulled the pop-up in here and turned it sideways and then parked the car in front of it, and then we had all that room in the back for us. So we're at the top here by number 122. The beach is going to be on that side, past the bathhouses. A lot of these are, you park up top and then you camp down below like that. These are nice, especially right up against the water. There you can see the water back there. A lot of smaller sites in this part of the loop. We're going to walk over the other side and show you what's over there. This is a very nice, very big lake. Very kayakable and boatable. It is electric only motors, no outboards. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of bringing a boat. They do have boat launches, but they're not here. They're away from the campsite, closer to the day use area. we'll show you that stuff too. We're now coming down towards the beach, and we'll show you the beach. We'll show you the activities they're having this morning with the chaplain, and then we'll keep walking around. So the activities they're having today, they have giant bubbles, big bubble wands, and they have water balloons, and that's all provided by the chaplain. That's not provided by the state or anyone else. So maybe if you want to continue that, you can donate to the chaplain and make sure that this continues. But this is really cool. Here's the beach here. It's very busy today. It's going to be warm. This is one of the 2 beaches. There's also a beach at the day use area, but we really like it here. I'll show you the park that they have too. There is a little park over here. It's kind of tucked in, and it's nice underneath the shade, and you can see it's a nice sandy beach. And then out there's the water. It's a pretty big swim area. I'm impressed at how big it is. You can fit a lot of people out there, and it goes out to about 5 feet is what the buoys say. Make sure you stay inside the ropes and the buoys. Jacob's out there. Looks like he found a friend already. That didn't take long. But it's really nice down here, doing the bubbles and the water balloons and stuff. I think it's going to turn out to be a really nice day. Got a sand volleyball court. A nice open park play area over here. This is a bathhouse. This is bathhouse number 3. We are over by the group camping. This is all group camping back here. I'm not going to walk back, but this is all group camping back here, reservation only. And then you got this little site here. This is site 47. And then you got some horseshoes over here, some horseshoe pits over here next to this bathhouse number 3. Jake is using the bathhouse to get rinsed off after being in the lake, so he's not coming out. Oh, that's a nice site there. He's not coming out, so I'm gonna go and check on him, and if nobody else is in there, I'll show you what the bathhouse looks like. They do have wood for sale. This is one of the sheds they have. It's self-serve, cash only, $5 for 7 pieces. This one looks like it may have gotten hit, or it's starting to fall over. That's why it's closed up. They have more at the entrance to the campground, so you can get some firewood there. I'm gonna go in and show you what the bathhouse looks like. Since the last person just walked out, we may as well give it a quick look see. It's got your basics: 2 urinals, 2 stalls. Got some sinks. Does not have any paper other than in the stalls. And here are your showers. Got 4 showers. They used to be push button and only last for so long, but now they're twists. And they do have a handicap stall at the end. It's just your basic bathhouse that you would have at any state park. Don't forget, they always have a board on the bathhouses, any notices that are going on. That'll have your quiet hours, anything you need to know about the area, firewood. So that's all here. There's also a QR code if you're interested for programs and events. We'll come over here onto the women's side. They do have a water fountain for drinking, and they have wash bays for washing your stuff if you need to. There they go kayaking. Goodbye.
I would aim for the... I don't know.
Who knows when they come back? This is really nice over here. So this is just a kind of release beach. You can't go swimming here. You can only put your kayaks and boats and canoes and stuff in here. This is a nice little beach. And this is over on the other loop. They have mooring racks for you if you want to use them. You just got to bring your own locks to lock them up. There's a bathhouse right across from it. This is really nice. If you look over there, that's the beach. It's one of the day use areas. Right over there is one of the day use areas. And right over here, right there is another day use area. And then this is the entirety of the lake. It's a very large lake, and it's very nice. So I've seen lots of people out taking boats out. I've seen a few bass boats. I've seen lots of kayaks, lots of canoes. So it's really nice. So we're on the other side of the lake now. We just came down past the main lodge for the park, and it's really cool seeing all the people putting in their sailboats. I didn't realize that this was such a windy lake that there was enough for sailboats, but this is really cool. A ton of kayaks and sailboats and different boats coming in and out.
Wall was in the center.
Yeah. And then you got a nice fishing spot over there, right out. Like I said, this is a very large lake, but it's also a very busy lake. So keep that in mind if you're going to be going out with your family. This is another one of the small day use areas, but there's picnic benches and stuff, but there is no swimming beach on this side. Now this is the same road you'd come in if you were going to stay at the cabins. I'm going to walk up there and show you how you can get into the cabins. And yeah, this is a nice little area. We got another boat launch over there, maybe some handicap accessible fishing. And don't forget, there's a huge trail that walks around this entire lake. It's like 8 point some miles. It is very, very large. So this is the road we just came down. We just came off of Route 177. There are 2 turnoffs that you can take for Gifford Pinchot. It is down this way, and if you turn down this road, you'll go to the cabins. We did stay at the cabins years and years ago. I'm not sure. None of the kids were with us, but I remember staying in the cabins and walking down this road because I parked at the day use area down there, and walking down the road and seeing deer up in the bush. Now there is accessible hunting area along the state park here. As you see, they have signage for where you can and cannot hunt, but there is deer in here. I mean, look at it. There's definitely deer in here. So it's really nice. Cabins are nice. We are not staying in one, so I'm not gonna walk down and show them to you. But this is one of the 2 day use areas on this side of the lake. They do have multiple day use areas. This one is mainly for launching your boats. You'll see a lot of sailboats and kayaks and canoes and stuff over on this side. There's another day use area right down the road from here that has your swimming, playgrounds, things of that nature. On the other side, you have your camping day use areas. So there is a lot of accessible areas to this lake, so it's really nice. I'm happy we came down. I know Jen and her parents were a little worried about not having water hookups or sewer hookups for camping, but we're making the best of it and we're enjoying our time. So we are at the Quaker Race day use area, and this is the large parking area they have, and we are parked up against this construction they're doing. Not sure what they're going to be doing here, but there is construction over here, so parking can be limited. We're going to walk down and check out the beach. There's a day beach here. There's multiple pavilions, and see what they got here. Now I know at some of the state parks they did, like Bald Eagle State Park, put a hotel in, so be cool if they did that here. I think it'd be really nice because this is a very large day use area. It'd be cool if they put a hotel over here so people could use this a little bit more. There's disc golf over here. You got beach volleyball, lots of picnic facilities, a beach to swim in, and you also have a inlet so you can go ahead and drop your kayaks and stuff in here. This is a very nice day use area. So the beach is down here behind the fence line here, which is quite interesting. It doesn't look like there's much of a beach. You pretty much go through the fence and you're in the water, but this is your swimming area, and this is going to be your main area. They do have a nice park here, and they have multiple places that you can use the restroom, shower areas. The ranger station is over here. Let's see if they have anything else over this way. The main building here does look like at one point they had concessions, but there's no concessions here right now. That may change when you make your way here. But they do have men's rooms, women's rooms. Family rooms, places for you to sit and have a picnic. Lots of picnic facilities. Barbecue areas so you can set up a barbecue. The main park office for the entire park is where we were by the sailboats. And then the camping office is over where you would go in for camping. Nice little beach area over there for the kids to play in. A little bit of sand. More picnic areas. Disc golf is going to be down here too. This is where you would come if you're going to do your disc golfing. And this is the Quaker Run portion of the park. Now you can rent kayaks and canoes. I'm not exactly sure where you can do that. Somebody asked us while we were over at the camping section where you could do that. We're not sure. I'll put links for the DCNR web pages, and you can kind of dig through there and see what you find. Now remember, there's no lifeguards at these beaches, so it is swim at your own risk. There's also no pets allowed on the beaches, no pets allowed in the swimming area. So keep that in mind if you're bringing your pet with you to hang out for the day. A nice park down here. And I see canoes and kayaks down here. I'm going to see if this is where your rental area would be. And check it out. Alright, so I came down here because I saw all the rentals. And I figured you can rent them down here. And then there is signage that says boat rental at Conewago. Pretty sure that's another day use area. So they do have boats and kayaks and canoes. Ooh, looks like paddle boats too over here, but this one is not open. You can rent them at the Conewago. That may change when you're here. So there is boat rental at this side. It's just not open right now. But that's everything they rent. And they do have a nice place that you can hook up and get out if you wanted to be over here. And more fishing over there. One thing we noticed is unless they designate fishing areas or have open areas like this, it's tough to get to the edge of the water for fishing because of all the growth. So that may be something you got to keep in mind as you're kind of walking around the trails if you're going to carry your fishing stuff with you, thinking you're going to fish from the edge. There's not really much, and it has a lot of the seaweed in it. So you might be fighting through that as you're trying to fish. There's our hot kayakers all the way out there. I'll show you how far they actually are. A lot further than you think they are. But they're making their way in. And we're going to pick them up here. But that just shows you how big this lake is. Found our kayakers. Had to pick them up. Had to pick them up over here. They got down by the sailboats and it got too windy, so threw them in the back of the truck and back over to camping. Kind of wanted to show you this. So this is very busy, not only with bikes but with cars. I can't believe the amount of cars that come in and out of here. I believe people use the beaches for themselves for the day, but it is extremely busy on these roads and people kind of drive crazy. So if you're out with your kids and you're biking, be careful. That lady wanted to pull a Yui where I was sitting and, you know, almost ran into me. That was fun. But here at the interchange, you'll find A loop is down this way. There are no pet sites down this way. This is where we're camping. It's mainly electric only and or tent, but this is also where you're going to find your group camping and you're going to find your day beach for swimming. Down this road is going to be your pet campsites, also your full hookups. There's electric, rustic, and tent sites down this way too. Your yurts and cottages are going to be down this way. There is a park, a nice larger park, and you're going to have a beach, but that beach is only for putting your personal watercraft in, your canoes, your kayaks, things of that nature. There's no swimming allowed there. So I want to show you this. B Loop has those campsites with the amphitheater and a multi-purpose trail, and your pet campsites are going to be down this way too. This is another split. Your campground host and your yurts and cottages are going to be down that way. There's a bathhouse right there. We're at campsite 226 and I wanted to show you. They have a dog on there to designate it as a pet site. That's this loop back here. Just also have your park and your beach for putting in your watercraft. The amphitheater is right behind me. Right there is the path for it, right across from 225. It's kind of hidden. So if you're looking for it, that's where it's going to be. Church services are there on Sunday. So here's the park on this side of the campground. You have your pet campsites up there, and they are full hookups back there. And one thing I noticed with the full hookups is you kind of lose the tree cover, I guess from them putting in electric and sewer. You also have a volleyball court over here, a nice big open field to play in. Oak Trail starts over here, you can see it back there. And then there is some horseshoe pits over here too. They also have trails specifically designated for pets. I believe it's these stone trails. They will tell you at the beginning of the trail whether or not that trail is designated for animals to walk on, and also they will tell you whether or not you're walking into a hunting area. So if you're coming in during the fall or the winter and there's a chance somebody could be hunting, they'll let you know that. So we are back at the main intersection. If you continue out that way, you're going to exit the campground. This is the loop that we're in, and behind us is the loop that has the pet sites and the yurts. I wanted to show you exactly how you can know whether or not a site is taken, and I'll do that right up here. This campsite over here, somebody was in last night and they left. The way you know that somebody is designated for a site is it will have this piece of paper hanging from it. It has the person's information who rented it, and it also has the dates they're going to be due out. So this one, they were due out Saturday, August 12th. That's today. So this site is now available unless the ranger comes through and puts a new one in. This site, 148, has absolutely nothing hanging on it. If you were coming in after dark and were looking for a site and there was nobody when you came in to check in, you would look for these types of sites with nothing hanging on them and nobody in them. This is now an open site. You can go online and book and pay and stay the night. While you're on there, it'll tell you how long this campsite is open for. So if you find one a little bit further down that is open, but it's only open for one night, you may have to look for a different one. So that's the way with these types of sites, how you recognize what's designated for somebody to be there or not. Jake is happy he found a good park, as he calls it. Is it hot? Don't forget to look for your water hookups. If you missed the one at the main entrance, they have them scattered throughout the loops. That's one there, right across from this park. If you end up missing them and you have a large enough rig, it may be a little while until you can turn around and come back to it. So keep that in mind as you're going through. Making some pancakes, listening to the bugs and the birds, and getting ready to leave here on Sunday. It's been a good time here at Gifford Pinchot, even though I've been saying it wrong the entire time, but that doesn't matter. We enjoyed it here, and we're going to come back. We're looking at different sites, and I think we're going to enjoy ourselves again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you again. Cocoa Puff pancakes. I think they're going to be delicious. We're going to put peanut butter and jelly on them. They're going to be good. See you next time. Bye. Peanut butter jelly pancakes. Perfect part of the morning, right, pal?